I believe I'm live. Hello world, I'm Jeremy Kahn, and I need to practice Leetcode, and I need to do it while being actively scrutinized by strangers, because that is how you get jobs in this weird industry. So this is me practicing Leetcode mediums live with no preparation. I don't know what the problem is. I am terrible at these things, but I'm going to give myself 45 minutes to try and get to the end of a Leetcode challenge and see what happens. This may be horribly embarrassing, but I'd rather embarrass myself in front of the internet than in front of an interviewer. Alright, I'm going to start the timer and I'm going to select, I guess, the first medium here, which is the longest palindromic substring. Alright, so starting now. This thing will beep, and then I will have to be done. Okay. Given a string S, return the longest palindromic substring in S. So, example, S gets output BAB. Okay. Explanation, ABA is also a valid answer. Interesting. Example 2, CBBD, output is BB. Okay, that's palindromic because they are the same backwards as well as frontwards. Okay, so let's see the test cases. I don't know if I have any. There should be some. Okay, well, we're getting a string, and we want to get the largest substring. All right, so before I jump into this, I want to sort of work it out in my head a little bit. Thinking about this a little bit. It's hard to verbalize it while I think about it. So the first approach to this is just sheer brute force. I mean, it's not going to be efficient, but like a way to do this is it's just dumb, and then we will optimize it. So let's do the brute force thing. So the brute force. I don't need to add a comment for that. I'm going to make this larger so people can see it. Okay, so I'm going to const length of S, string.length, and for let I equals 0, I less than length, I plus plus. Okay, so we're going to loop through this, and we're just going to, first off, let's set this here. Let longest substring equals empty string, and then return it. Oh, why did that happen? Return longest substring. Okay, so now we know we'll do that. All right, so I want to loop through. So this is interesting. So I'm thinking the naive approach is just to do an O of n squared loop through. So a loop, a nested for loop, essentially. It should be slow, but again, brute force method to start with, then we'll optimize it. So let's do this. I like to use good old-fashioned J. So for let J, you can tell I used to write C. J less than, I don't like this actually. Okay, that's just annoying. Okay, I less than, before I do this, got to actually get the substring. I think I missed a step here first. So in my head, I'm thinking like, it basically, from the beginning of a string, wherever you are, it loops through until the end of the string to see if it's a palindrome. Okay, for j less than, I think it's gonna be s dot length minus, because that's the end, I believe, and then j plus plus. Okay. Oop. So, I'm visualizing this in my head. I want to get so substring equals s dot, I forget, js bn js substring. I forget the actual. One of these is deprecated, or subster. Okay, so I think subster is the one we don't want to use. Yeah, that's deprecated. So substring is what we want. So from here, from here to here. So I think it's gonna be string substring ij. So before I even run this, I just want to echo it out to make sure that I've got something sort of working correctly. Because I might not, in which case nothing else will work. Run. This will fail, obviously, because it's not done. Okay, so bad. Okay. Yep. Okay, so nothing, and then I think that also I can start this at 1. Run it. Okay, good. And then I want to do this plus 1 to make sure the bounds are correct. Run it. Don't want any off by 1 errors. Okay, so looping through here. Bad. Cool. Okay, I'm not quite sure why after the bad maybe it's because, I think it's because of this. Run it. No, it wasn't that. That wouldn't do it. Let's get rid of this for a second. I want to, this should not be an empty string. That tells me that something is wrong here. So once this completes, substring is there. Oh, right, because this is going to be I. Run it. No, maybe it's I plus 1. Off by 1 errors will kill me. Okay. I think that I want to do this. I want to make sure that it's evaluating all the potentials first. Doing something wrong here with my looping. Okay. So this should have a case for bad. So this would for I g plus plus. Oh, because this part's wrong. I want to comment this out. Just so I have something to refer to. So if j is less than s dot length, I think it's minus I. Isn't that what I had before? I feel like that's what I had before. Let's try and run that. Just sanity check it. Or something like it. Plus 1? Again, like, off by 1 errors are the death of me. Okay, but bad. You all. A, B, A. So, and that's still not looping through everything. So something is clearly wrong with this. Oop. This is the stuff that's like I can do. It's hard to get it right in my head and then obviously into code. Okay, so there's something wrong with how this is terminating. It's going through the first one correctly, I believe. Yep, it's going through there, and then ABA. So it's terminating too soon. So a constant one isn't going to do it. I need to loop through here. Stop length minus I. So string minus I. Maybe just a stop length. No, wait, I already had that. What did that give me again? Hang on. I guess less than or equal? No. Because that would still, that's plus. Is plus one? Again, no, I already had that. I'm missing something basic here. But bad. Oh, no, that was right. It's weird. Okay. Bad, AB, a bad, bad. Okay, AD. I think that's right. Okay, so let's go with that. Cool. Console log substring we are evaluating. So the simplest thing to do is check if it is a substring, if it's a palindrome. If const is palindrome. Substring equals I forget if reverse is hang on a second. I dot reverse. Okay, it's not. I'll have to split it then. Okay, so I dot split reverse, well, split, right, split reverse dot join equals substring. Substring, okay, and then I want to take this down here, up here. I hate this editor. Is palindrome. Okay, is a palindrome. False, true, bad, false. False, okay. Cool. If is palindrome. All right, so now we have this. So if is palindrome and substring dot length is greater than longest substring dot length, okay, then longest substring equals substring. Feels okay. Let's run it, see what happens. Hey, look at that. This is not fast, but that's okay. I want to see how this thing performs. I want to submit it and see what it does. Again, this is not efficient, but that's okay for now. Got that in 15 minutes. Just thinking about it. Wrong answer. Oh, input A, output nothing. Okay, let's use this test case. So I want to run this again, just make sure that it does the thing that I expect. We also have to check for edge cases and whatnot. Okay, so input is S equals A, output should be nothing. Oh, and greater than 1, and I think that should do it. Yeah. Nope, didn't like something. Expected. Oh, I read that wrong. Never mind. Okay, so if A, now that's interesting. Input A, output is nothing. So is palindrome. So let's log this out again. I want to see what it does. So log palindrome. I expect it should be pretty obvious output, but it just helps me get my bearings on things. The less I have to do in my head, the better. Oop. Do I not have output? Oh, right, because it's terminating before it gets there. That's fun. Okay, so s.length. I mean, a simple thing to do is like if s.length equals 1, return true. Oh, sorry. S. Less than or equal. Cool. Oh, it's gonna be very slow because of that console log. That's not helpful. Yeah. Oh, interesting. What's this? Ah, it's so inefficient that it can't even be accepted. That's awesome. All right. Oh, nope. Never mind. Take that back. That's not what that is. I misread that. Let's try it again. Come on. This is wasting my precious time. It's getting there. Time limit exceeded. Is that because use test case? Is it? Oh, it's probably because it's just so. Yeah. Okay. Now we have an issue where it is so slow that it can't actually do it. So, all right. Now this is a good. This is a good scenario for optimizing. We need to. Like, I think this functionally works, but it's too slow. So we need to make it faster. It's interesting. It seemed to take it that time. I guess it's like right on the. Got it. It's right on the cusp of timing out essentially. Copy, and now we have a functional thing. Now we can rework how this is optimized. So we needed something a bit more clever to make this functional. So we need a totally different approach. So right now it's scanning all the way through and then scanning back, O of n squared loop, which is pretty bad. Rather than O of n squared, how can we get something that looks So I'm thinking, what if we first gathered all the palindromes and then we determined which one was the longest? That's another way to do it. So scan to the end and scan back. Okay, let's try this. Another approach. Palindromes. So I want to, this is going to be an object. A hash is always the fastest way to do something. So I'm going to take the core of this loop again. Well, no. Hang on a second. So we definitely need to, again, going to iterate on this. Start simple, and then, add complexity as necessary. Oops, or add, fanciness, confusingness as necessary. Okay. Oh my goodness, the spacing on here. Okay, so really, I got to riff on this a little bit. Actually, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna cut this whole thing here for a second. I have an idea. I just want to explore, test out an idea. Let's try this. Then what we're gonna do is, if is palindrome. I gotta feel some ideas out here. Then palindromes. I don't feel great about this. This doesn't feel good, but I don't have anything. Maybe this will lead me down another path. Okay. I still don't love this. Something just like batching them all up, but that's still an O of n squared loop. That's sort of missing the point of all this. I'm not sure if that's really worth doing, because I know it's the fundamental algorithm is still O of n squared. We need something that is not that. I wonder if this is something where like we need some fancier data structure, like a binary search tree or something like that. It's not immediately clear to me how that would come into play. Okay, so how could I break? There's some sort of data structure here. I know there's some sort of like standard data structure that will help me sort of determine this. I'm struggling to see if something like a try. I'm not familiar with those enough to really use them here. Okay. Taking a step back from, thinking about tools I could use. I'm trying to think of like just intuitively how I might reason about a better way that's not O of n squared, that's like looping through that, because that is the simplest, most naive approach to do it. I wonder if I could reduce like rechecking somehow. This is the sort of thing that I'd walk around and think about, but in just sitting here looking at it, it's really, really hard. But I've got 21 minutes, so I guess I could take the time. It does work. What? No, I was thinking I could try splitting the string, but then there might be palindromes across the split. I'm just looking at this big long thing and trying to, okay, so all right, so what if I looped through, okay, Okay, so this one starts with K. So what if I scanned up until I found a K? And then I scanned within that. So, all right, I'm sort of formulating kind of an idea here. Okay. So this will go from I to the end. So while const start char. This is going to be si. And then while I gotta make sure to terminate it. Okay, next char. Current char equals si plus 1. Okay, going somewhere with this. While current char is not undefined, not equals undefined. Okay. Then J incrementer. Actually, I'm going to take this back. Got to feel out an idea here. I want to do J++. Okay. Increment that. Okay, so then current char. Goes below here. I plus J. Really? Okay, that's fine. Don't need to get too fancy here. I plus J. Okay, so eventually, I just want to make sure this doesn't infinite loop. So let's just run that. That's not gonna be correct, but that's fine. So make sure it doesn't crash. Testing my base assumptions. Ooh. Time limit exceeded. Okay, so it's a good thing I didn't go any further. So I plus J. Why is this taking so long? Then length -1 I plus start char I current char. Oh. It should at least not time out. Okay, good. That's good. So, palindromes. If all right, I got a few ideas in the works here. So if start char equals current char. It's not a palindrome here. We just know that it starts and ends with the same thing. So what we can do, I wonder if we can like recursively do the same thing. No, that's not quite right. It's a half-formed thought at this point. Because it's not a palindrome. We can't edge with the palindromes array. we could do the thing here. Let's workshop this. Okay. Substring. This is the substring, I and J. Let's, okay, if, also, I think, I don't think we need this this hash here right now. Let's we'll come back to that. Let's go back. Let's use it a little bit from the previous version here. Oh, we already have that. Really just copy paste this at this point. Okay. Not sure how I feel about this yet. Run it. None of them work. Great. Start care equals current care. So it worked for one of them. What happened there? Okay, great. Well, that doesn't tell us anything. Expected BAB. So I've got some basic principle wrong here. So let's start logging things out. This actually might break the, okay, so substring BA. Is this a bounds issue? I think it is. Okay, so let's start care, current care, BA. While this is undefined, the current care. I also want to console log this out. Okay. Oh, no, that's fine. BA, B8. Oh, because it could keep going is part of the problem. Because the bad. No, I still have a bounds issue here. But that wouldn't find. Okay, my fundamental approach is flawed because my fundamental approach is flawed. I shouldn't start from from the left. I should be starting from the right. Okay. I gotta start again. Wait a second. No, I don't. Start care is going to be I. We're just going to go backwards. Right. Okay. S dot length -1. Right? Yeah. Okay. J. Current care is no. Wrong thing. This one's going to be S dot length. going to be 0. This, okay, while I, nope, j is greater than I, well, that's true, and then this is going to be j minus minus. Okay. Current care is j minus minus. Okay, let's see what this does. Okay. So this isn't getting here at all, which makes sense. I want to see what this does. Why is this not telling me anything? Oh, because it's always going to be there. Well, j is, yeah. Oh, right. S.length. Thinking about bounds errors in my head. And that will be j. Okay, let's try this. No, I think I crashed it. Well, it was really, it performed very badly. That's for sure. Okay, so B going to D, B going to A, B going to B. Good. Substring. No. Oh, because my substring is a little bit wrong, I believe. Is it? Is that it? This off by 1 errors will kill me. I swear. Hey, look at that. Okay, so let's get rid of. Now let's see how it performs for real. Get rid of the console logs. Should be not horrible, I hope. Okay, cool. Let's see. This might actually be slower. I don't know. I gotta wrestle with it. I gotta think about it. I think we're trending towards something that's interesting here, though. This is gonna be slow. This is definitely gonna be slow. Wrong answer. So input S. Use this test case. Run it. AC. Oh. Output expected. What? CDB constraints. S.length is less than 1,000. S only consists of English letters. I should be better about reading those things. Get short on time. I want to see why this doesn't work. How is A expected here? That's just bizarre. I don't think it's this. I mean, I highly doubt this. No. What? I mean, a simple way to do this is just like if s dot like that. This feels gross. I don't like this. I really don't like this, but that expectation seems really weird to me. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if it accepts it. I mean, I feel like I'm just adding in really weird edge cases. This doesn't feel good, but again, the one expectation for A and C doesn't make any sense to me. I don't see that based on the requirements specified. It's just really weird. Return s equals. Hang on a second. Yeah. 0 equals s1, then just return s. Otherwise, just the first one. Again, like these edge cases don't make sense to me. It seems to accept it though. It's just really weird. AC, BB. Let's try that. Is this n log n or is this n squared? It's one of the two. E, B, C, D. Okay, so let's look back at the longest palindromic substring. Contains non-empty sequence of characters. Okay. Longest okay, we're getting towards the end here. I don't think I'm gonna get this. Okay, well, I'm not going to meaningfully. I think we're close here. It's more important to consider the complexity of this thing. So it's this guy is definitely O of n. Let's go like from front to back. This, I believe, is O of log n, because it gets smaller each time. No. I think they're both O of n. Because just changing where the boundaries are each time. No, because it's not going all the way. No, because the worst case, so it would be. I found it with two. I think I wound up with two O of log n loops, and neither of those are particularly impressive. But I'm out of time, and I can't meaningfully. Well, whatever. I want to see if I can get this in the 2 minutes that I have left. 2 minutes. All right. This is just annoying the hell out of me. I want to understand why this is like this use test case. Okay. So this sucks. I just don't like this. Really, this could be equals 1 because it's always going to be something, right? Result. Where do I see my test cases? Nope. Why? Let's try this. Okay. Leetcode's weird. Yeah, I know it's not going to work. Okay. This makes no sense to me. Oh, because these are both palindromes, right? Okay. because that, okay, now I understand why that's, why that is the way that it is. So there's something more fundamentally wrong about this thing. I'll put A. So it needs to go to S length minus 1. That's starting at 1. I wonder... Wait a second. I don't think this is right. Yeah, I didn't think so. Gets the big case, so that's okay. So I'm out of time. Okay. All right. Well, a more clever solution isn't really appearing to me. I just want to see how this thing stacks up against other things. I'm going to get a performance penalty because of right. This won't actually work because it's so slow that it won't actually complete. So that's interesting. I tried submitting this thing and it just didn't take it because it was just so slow. Yeah. Interesting. Well, all right. I tried. That's my practice for the day. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle and fail. But yeah. Oh, did somebody actually watch? Oh, someone watched me. I didn't even notice that. I'm glad somebody watched me humiliate myself live on the internet. That's what YouTube is for. Leetcode is hard. I've got some interviews coming up, so I'm going to be doing this really as much as I can. I'm also going to be doing some design, some system design interviews, but just asking ChatGPT to give me a front-end engineering system design challenge and watch me flail similarly at that. I just want to say I hate Leetcode. It is a terrible way to evaluate candidates. There's so many better ways. Most of which being that if you just ask them what their strengths are and then maybe think about what might let them play to that. For instance, and this is very much me specific, I would love to go over the multitude of open source software that I put out there and talk and speak to that in depth and do, critiques, code challenges around that, like something around that, because dropping somebody into a challenge like this, there is a subset of great engineers who can do Leetcode challenges like this. I don't feel that I am in that subset. I know that I'm not in that subset. I am a pretty, dare I say, competent engineer. I have had a great career, but I suck at Leetcode, as you just saw, because that's just not how my brain works. I could totally get a better solution for this if I walked around and thought about it for a bit. I can't do that because I'm stuck sitting in front of a computer for 45 minutes. And I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of really smart, capable people just do better when they can just digest the problem, go for a walk, sleep on it, whatever works for you, really. But I really hate this style of interviewing. That being said, I understand that is how our industry elects to function. Whether or not I agree with it, so I just, it's like they say, if you can't beat them, join them. So here I am practicing Leetcode. I'll probably be doing more of these until I get a job. Until then, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, y'all.